I felt horrible. I really did feel horrible. And it's like no one would listen to me. And it took even like 3 more doctors after that. It was still nothing.
We're going to have a panel discussion, and we're going to have someone who is going to talk about her endometriosis journey. Miss Lavette Molden. Lavette has been raising awareness about endometriosis since 2016 and has spent years supporting others who are navigating this disease. Even now, people continue to reach out to her for guidance and support her because she is someone who truly understands what they are going through. Her journey with endometriosis began early. She started experiencing symptoms with her very first period at just 11 years old. For many years, she searched for answers, seeing more than a dozen doctors before finally receiving a diagnosis in 2012. Like so many people living with endometriosis, her journey has been long, complex, and incredibly difficult. But through it all, she has continued to speak up, raise awareness, and support others who are walking a similar path. Today, she joins us as not only as someone living with endometriosis, but as an advocate and an endometriosis warrior who is bravely sharing her story in the hope that others feel seen, heard, and less alone. Please join me in welcoming Lavette Molden. So, I would like to kind of start from the very beginning of your journey. So when did you first realize that something was not right with your body?
It was when I was 11 years old. I woke up one morning that summer. I woke up, my 2 older sisters were in the kitchen. And I woke up thirsty, got right up. I had a long white gown. I got right up and went straight to the kitchen to grab something to drink. And my 2 sisters was hollering and screaming. I was covered, even way up here. I was covered. It was so much. It was, my sister thought I was dead, basically, was still walking. It was just horrified. I didn't know what had happened to me because it was all up here. So,
was it like, were you sweating or was it blood? Or
it was blood.
It was blood?
Yes, it was everywhere. I don't know if I just swallowed it. It was just too much. And the next day, it was like, I was going through so many pads, and my mom knew something wasn't right. But I didn't go to a doctor then. It was like, it was heavy menstrual, you know. She used to have heavy menstrual. Come to find out she had fibroids. But I had no pain. The only symptoms I had was heavy menstrual. And I believe that was silent endo because I didn't develop any pain until I got much older. When I was 18, I started having minimal pain, but it wasn't as bad.
I know you mentioned that before you finally got a diagnosis, that it kind of took you about 12 or so doctors.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you?
By that time, the pain has got very bad. It went through stages. It kept getting worse and worse. And then it got to the point where it was just unbearable. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. And like I used to tell the doctor every time I went, it shouldn't be humanly possible to feel such pain and not be dying.
Yeah.
So I went to one doctor and told me he didn't see anything. changed my primary care doctor, and who referred me to a doctor named Dr. Gum that was in St. Vincent East. And when I told her my symptoms, she suspected that I had something called endometriosis. I've never heard of it. So I went to do my research. My surgery was scheduled like 3 weeks away. So I was doing my research, reading about it and everything. I said, I wondered to myself, why haven't any other doctor that I have been through all these years mentioned endometriosis to me? It was never once mentioned to me. I have never heard of endometriosis. And sure enough, she did the surgery and she diagnosed me with endometriosis. And the worst thing after that, she got pregnant and moved to Mississippi, so which left